SafeNest houses domestic violence victims. The CEO told me this ruling takes us back to 1976, the year before domestic violence became illegal. There are a few key differences between misdemeanor domestic violence and simple battery. She said those differences could mean life or death for victims.
This is just sort of another blow in typically a lifetime of blows.
Domestic violence is about control, manipulation. Abusers tried to take away the victim's voice. That's the same thing Liz Ortenberger says this law does.
This just compounds that belief that I don't have value.
Police will now charge abusers with simple battery instead of misdemeanor domestic violence. The difference? Simple battery doesn't require mandatory counseling. At SafeNest, they call their program Batterer's Intervention.
It's 26 to 52 weeks that really drills down into batterers. Why are you doing this?
Under misdemeanor domestic violence, a third charge upgrades to a felony. That doesn't exist with simple battery. It also doesn't force the defendants to give up their guns.
Domestic violence victims who are living in households where there's a firearm have a 500% higher chance of being victims of homicide.
SafeNest is one of several domestic violence victims advocacy groups in the Valley. It helps around 20,000 people a year. But domestic violence is still a major problem.
Nevada is the second most lethal state for women based on domestic violence homicides.
A few weeks ago, the Nevada Supreme Court ruled domestic violence defendants have the right to a jury trial. Jury trials take time, months, even years. Ortenberger said the more time during pending charges means more chances for abuse and fewer chances for prosecution.
At some point, victims say, is this worth it to press charges? And we're in no way creating a safer system.
Others say a more just system.
No person's entitled to a constitutional right.
John Watkins is one of the attorneys who worked on the case that sparked the Supreme Court's ruling.
And what's wrong with giving people a jury trial?
Right now, the Las Vegas Municipal Court is not equipped for jury trials. On Wednesday, City Council proposed an ordinance that would categorize simple battery under domestic violence.
You can't have the legislature pass a law and then the municipality change the law.
But the silver lining here could be that we can take this and say, okay, long term, what are actually solutions that are going to be victim-centered?
Ortenberger told me they're boosting education and safety for victims. Long term, she said she hopes Nevada will follow other states that have domestic violence specialty courts, which helps with a speedier trial. If you or someone you know needs help, we have the domestic violence hotline on our website, fox5vegas.com. In the studio, Kyla Gaylor, Fox 5 News, Local Las Vegas.